I'm still your teacher, Josbat Nwarinda. I will come with yet another episode. Now, in this episode, we are still in our series of respiration. Now, in this episode, we are after in the previous episode, we have been able to look at this ATP we always talk about. Now, in this episode, we want to go straight to the stages. Stages of what? Stages of respiration. Why stages? I'm talking about stages because you see, in the previous video, we have been saying that glucose combined with oxygen, and then after we produce energy, and then we produce carbon dioxide, we produce water, and we are saying this energy is kept in form of ATP and so on and so forth. But the truth is, when you look at this reaction here, you may think that the respiration is something very simple. You may think that respiration is something very simple, like simple in a context of it occurs in one step and that is all. But I told you that science actually enables us to appreciate God more, how much of an engineer, or even beyond an engineer, God is. Why? Because as we now progress into advancement, we are saying respiration actually has very many, it is a process which involves very many stages. Not very many anyway, as per se. It has many stages, and we are saying these stages involves many reactions. So, as you see here, this one summary reaction here may tend to mislead if you look at it as the way it is. It may tend to mislead. You may tend to think that the respiration takes place just in one step and that is all. But as we are now starting to go into details, we are going to appreciate that actually it's not just a single step like the way you see here. It's not a single step like the way you see here that the respiration takes place. No, we are going to find that this reaction you see is just a summary. This is just a summary. This is a summary reaction, a summary equation. But this equation here is broken down into very many other chemical reactions. But these different chemical reactions and so on are being divided into three major stages of respiration. So the stages of respiration are three. They are three. And what are those? One is called what? One is what we are calling glycolysis. That is the first stage of respiration. And I told you we are talking about cellular respiration. Then we are also having another stage, second stage. We have what we call Krebs cycle. That's the second stage of respiration. Then the other stage of respiration is called the electron transport chain. This electron transport chain, for those ones who are moving step by step with me, I remember hinting about it under mitochondria. Under mitochondrion, when we're looking at the inner membrane and adaptations. So these are the three stages which make up respiration. Now, in a cell, if I have a cell here, if this is my cell, if I have a cell here, we are saying in this cell, we have got cytoplasm. This is an animal cell. We have got the cytoplasm, and we have got the mitochondria. We have got the nucleus. We have got the nucleus there. We have got I'm having mitochondrion here. So this is mitochondrion. I'm enlarging it because of what I want to use it for. And then, of course, we have cytoplasm. This is cytoplasm here. So, of these three stages, if it is a cytoplasm, and this is mitochondrion, this is the inner membrane of the mitochondrion, and then this is the, and then within this mitochondrion, we have got, as we already saw, we have the matrix. This is the matrix of the mitochondrion. Matrix of the mitochondrion. Okay. Of course, the inner membrane, and I'm saying this one. Assume this one of the whole of this. Okay, this is the outer membrane, but I'm now saying assume that is the mitochondrion. Here I'm labeling. Okay, this is the outer membrane of the mitochondrion. So the whole of this one is the mitochondrion, and these are the parts that I want us to focus ourselves on. These three stages, the way you see them here, occur in different parts of this cell. And these different parts of this cell we are going to find out as we progress that the glycolysis, this glycolysis, for it takes place within the cytoplasm. This one here occurs within the cytoplasm. It takes place within the cytoplasm. We are going to find out that this one here, the Krebs cycle, is going to come and take place within the matrix, that matrix there. It is going to occur within the matrix. So, and then we are going to find that this one, the electron transport chain, as we already saw in one of the previous videos, we are going to find that this electron transport system, for it occurs, it takes place where? Takes place where? Within the inner membrane of the mitochondria. So those are the different places where we are going to keep discussing together as we progress. So we are having this one here taking place within the cytoplasm. Within the cytoplasm, we are having this one taking place within the matrix of the mitochondria. And then we have this one taking place within the inner membrane of the mitochondria. Now, as we progress, we are going to break down all these different stages one by one. Just keep watching. May God bless you.